Hello, you guys. Happy new moon in Capricorn. Happy 111. It is really good energy today. I was not actually going to do a reading today, but my guides were on me about this, and I was just like, ew. Okay, I'll share this energy. I'll share it. So I've already cleansed my space. I've already called in my called in the archangels, some elements, called in also some spirit animals. So just know that I never do any of my stuff on the online because I usually call my stuff in for the day and then I close it out at the end of the day. So that's why I never do that stuff. So I'm just letting you know now. I do call in those energies and to work with, okay? And so they are here. So we are going to do a reading for this new moon, okay? I haven't done some moon readings in a while, and I'm using this my old-fashioned, Rider Waite because that is how I was feeling. But I'm gonna get to different oracles from the Moonology deck. One's of just the regular Moonology, and the other one is I don't know why this camera keep hitting it. I'm gonna move it and see if I can get it to just be and not be all up in all my business. Okay. So again, I have also the Moonology Messages Oracle that I'm going to use. Okay. Remember, these messages are general, so take what works for you. Take what's on the table. Take what flows for you. That message is for you. Your higher self, your guides is telling you, take that, listen to that, don't take that, and leave the rest on the table and let it flow to someone else, okay? So our first Moonology one we're going to get here. We have one for the collective. This is for the collective, please. And, what is the collective message that we need to hear for this new moon in Capricorn, please? You sent me here to do this, but you're really quiet. Ooh, why are we so quiet? The cards are quiet. Okay, I might. There we go. It is a new time for healing. Balsamic moon. Nice. It's a new time for healing. Okay, so this new moon might be called, and of course I am going to be doing a healing message tomorrow. I was getting I've been getting a message all about body all week, like body stuff and taking care of your body. So I'm definitely going to do a healing message tomorrow. And I'm going to try to call in energy for the body. I already had some things that I've been doing body-wise this week for myself. And actually, I started it last week, but it really kicked in this week. The energy of it was really strong, but it's beautiful. It has put me in this beautiful, loving, joyful energy. Just it's amazing. So an amazing energy. So I'm getting a Moonology message for the Moonology messages. So this time is this time for healing. So yeah, I know I was going to talk about. They gave me two out here. Was going to talk about three. Take them all three. Okay. So I have three messages right here. So we know that some of you need to take this message of it's time for healing. And that could be healing, something within yourself. It could be healing relationships. It could be healing something with your body, something in your mindset, how you think, your emotions, healing past hurts, past trauma, any of those things, a lot of those things. You can heal so many different things that can come up. So take whatever the healing that you need to work on and take it as that. Okay, you'll know what your healing is. Okay, so the messages we have was embrace uncertainty, moonlight. This is so interesting. I love this because it's like a pathway to like going into something new with this new moon and embracing whatever comes in, like the unknown, and accepting it and loving it. Okay. Then we have truth. So some things might come in as you might be getting messages of truth coming in, and you might have people confessing truths to you, or just finding out truths, or getting that those downloads of truths too. Sometimes you can get truths just with your intuition. Sometimes you can get them in your dreams. Sometimes it's someone tells you. Sometimes it's something you see. Sometimes it's a message from someone else. You know, so those truths can come in multiple ways. And then we have the yang moon, and this is strength. And then having the strength, having that willpower, that I can't even say it, that fortitude, having that fortitude and that strength to get through anything, get through any of these uncertainties, getting through any of these truths, having the strength to get through that, having the willpower, you know, not just the physical strength, but the mental strength. You know, mental strength is such a beautiful thing, and not everyone has mental strength. You know, some of the, you know, strongest people are those people who can hold, you know, mental strength without bursting into anger and flying off the handle. Okay, and that, you know, that takes a lot of mental strength. Okay, so let's get our cards. We're going to do a 6-card spread here, and I have questions for each one of our cards. These questions came out of my wonderful book. I have this book from, I'm going to open it up. It's from my calendar, my virtual calendar. It has questions in there to ask with this new moon. And so these are not for me. This is for the collective, because I've already done my own, and I know what my message was. And so, and when I got that's the reason why I'm doing this, because when I got my message, my guide said, now that, you know, you needed that message, and some of it was some tough love crap too, and I needed how to face it, and with some of the cards I got. And so and my guide was like, okay, someone else might need to hear a message themselves. Why don't you give one? And I was just like, okay, all right, I will do that. And so I didn't want to. I'm going to tell the truth. I didn't want to, because I said I wasn't going to do a video today. So I'm not doing a video today. But when you're called to do something, you do it, right? When you, that is when you decide to walk that walk of God's will. You know, it's God's will, not my will, you know. And if it is God's will, if my will that I have, if it's God's will, it will be. Okay? So, where am I at right now? So, where is the collective at right now? 3 of Pentacles. Nice. I love that energy. So, right now, the collective's in this beautiful energy of wanting to work on something. So, working with others, working, this could also be working with your guides, and it's pentacles, so it could be working with earth elements, but I feel like it's working with other people, or learning from other people, you know, and it's expanding your knowledge and what you want to know. So I feel like this is an expansion time for the collective. So this is where you're at right now. Right now you're at this, I feel like it's learning from others. It's expanding and connecting with others, working with others. That's where you are right now. Okay? And that is just a straight up message I'm getting. And what is influencing you right now? What is influencing the collective? One card for that. Temperance. Beautiful. You guys, I'm loving this energy. So temperance is this beautiful, it's this beautiful balance, you know, within your emotions and within, you know, things here on the earthly plane, because again, we have these pentacles here too. So yes, you can connect with your emotions and your higher self and your guides. I feel like that angel is also a guide coming in as well, connecting with them, but you're staying, and it's asking you to stay grounded, which you might, that's one thing you might be learning to do right here. You might be taking a class from someone to learn how to be grounded more, or just listening on how to be grounded more, or reading about it, or something that could be coming in or the opposite of that. Well, no, I think it's the grounding, because it is on the earthly plane. No, it is, because they're not going to let me take that back. It is connecting with your guides more, but learning how to connect with them here on the earthly plane. You know, connecting to those higher things, learning how to, and that's another way you could be working with someone else. You could have a teacher or a book you're reading or something that you're learning how to connect better with your guides, to connect better with your spirit guides, with your higher self, whatever you connect to. You're learning to connect with that more, okay? And you're just building on that, and I think that's beautiful. You guys are not getting it. I got a tough love message. I didn't get this. So you guys have this beautiful balance and beautiful learning experience, and like you have a guide there, and this is definitely a lesson for you right now. So that's your lesson, the lesson that you're walking, that path you're walking. So think of that lesson that you're on. That's what's guiding you right now. That's what's keeping you balanced, is that lesson. Now, what has the collective released since the last full moon? And that card came flying out. That is going. It was the Emperor, and guess what? He wasn't. He was like this. He was reversed. So I think they're learning how. And that Emperor, no one wants to deal with an reverse Emperor, right? Nobody wants to deal with that. But that's what you've learned to release. You've learned to release controlling people who, a person or people that want you to stay with the status quo, that want you to, that want to control you and, have a heavy hand over everything you do. And so you're learning to release this person or this situation or whatever this is. This is something very traditional, very, because he's in reverse. And when the Emperor's in reverse, it's like that father figure who is not a true father figure. It is a father figure who wants to control everything, who wants, my way or the highway type of figure. And so with this, you're releasing that. You're learning how to let that go and not dealing with that anymore. And you release that with the last full moon. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. And again, with that major arcana in there, that was a lesson that you had to learn, and now since you learned that, you're really in balance and you're learning how to work with others, work with you, what you want to work with. That's, oh my gosh. You guys, like I said, you guys didn't get like a tough love message like I did. So what seeds are you ready to plant with this new moon? So what seeds? Oh, what seeds? You guys, what seeds are y'all needing to plant? What are some seeds the collective needs to plant? We have the Eight of Swords. I think this is saying that it's time to see the opening, time to see with clarity. Plant the seed of wanting to get out of your mind. Plant that seed of, I don't want to be in my mind. I don't want to have fear and doubt and constantly thinking, something's going to trap me, something's going to hurt me. But putting that intention, that seed of, I want, because if you want to look at this in a positive way, because it's something you want to plant, you want to say, okay, I want to not be trapped. I want to not have fear. I want to be able to step forward and not be blindsided by things. That's what I'm planting. I'm planting the seed for those things not to be in my life, not to be in my mind, because, those swords are also thoughts, or, the things, how you speak to yourself. So you're getting rid of those. It's kind of that energy. You're planting that seed of, I'm planting the seed of seeing things clearly, of stepping forward clearly, not feeling trapped in my own mind. Okay. That's something that you guys really need to plant right now. Okay. And how can you help these intentions grow? We have the Lovers. So this is a choice. I'm taking this as a choice. This is your choice. And it's a lesson. I love how this middle is just a big old lesson for you. This is a lesson that you have to learn. It's a choice that believing in the choices that you make. Okay. So if you look at this card, you have the feminine energy. She is choosing to look to God, the creator, whoever you call up to. She's looking up at the angel. She's looking up at that to get that information, right? That's what she's being called to. She's making that choice. Whereas this masculine energy is looking at the feminine, looking at someone else, looking and following that lead of someone else. And so you have to make the choice of, are you want to follow someone else, or do you want to make the choice of following the creator, following your highest good as well, following your angels, following your guides? So it's about making a choice of who are you going to follow, which way are you going to go, who are you going to listen to, what side are you going to listen to. And you can also look at it as your ego. You want to follow your ego, or you want to follow your heart. Okay? And that's the message that that's how you help this grow, is by making the choice at, okay, I'm going to not be in my head about this. I'm going to be in my heart about this, and I'm going to not live in fear. Or, it's all about, and it's all about coming back to those thoughts, with that it's, Gemini energy. It's going back and forth, like, which way should I go? Should I go this way? Should I go that way? And it's finding a way to go a certain way. Okay, this is interesting. We got Sagittarius, Aries, Gemini. We have Virgo, and we have, who do we have there? We have, that's actually more, that's more Gemini. that's a more Gemini. So yeah, again, making that choice of not being in your head with those swords. Okay, so our last one is, what can I rely on during this cycle? Okay, let's see what you can rely on, okay? What you can take from this message and what you can rely on. I want you to take that. Dang, what's up with you in these swords? More Gemini energy. It's you, so you can rely on, okay, that this is Nine of Swords. You can rely, I'm going to take dreams. Like, the dreams might be like scary and like, what was that? Because the dreams have been, I know with my dream last night, someone came in and they said something to me and I laughed because they called me a name. And this person, when they usually show up in my dreams, they are usually masking this nice energy. Well, they were not masked anymore in that energy. Their truth was totally there. And I saw them for who they were. And I was like, oh, okay. And I understood that. And so maybe this is saying that in your dreams, that yes, you are going to have some dreams about, oh my gosh, what was that? And taking in those dreams and seeing the truth in them, finding the truth in those dreams. But that's what you can, I'm feeling that's what you need to rely on during this time, is seeing the truth in your dreams or following your dreams, and also not letting, what you can rely on is not relying on your thoughts, because the swords are thoughts, are words, not relying on those, or the words people say, not relying on those, but relying more on following your heart. Because with all this Gemini energy, we have those twins there that is all about choices. Like, which way do you want to go? Are you going to follow your mind, or you're going to follow your heart? And so I think it's saying, what you need to rely on during this cycle is your heart, following things from your heart space and not your mind. Okay, especially with all these swords and that Gemini, which can, go flippy floppy. So take that. Take, in this next cycle, take what you can rely on is your heart and not your mind and your ego, and more looking in your heart. You're like a pure heart of joy, a heart of forgiveness, heart of love. And that's when you're looking at the creator, and that's when you're following that choice that's going to keep getting you in this energy of not fearing something, not worrying about something. Okay, because you've already overcome things up here. You've already overcome this mess. This is saying you overcame this. And this is also right here is where you're at right now, and you're working on, trying to, I feel like that's also saying manifest, work on something more balanced in your world. And you have this energy helping you, and you've already overcome this this harsh Mars energy of Aries, right? So it's time to get control of this Gemini, of making a choice and going down that road with your heart space. Okay, so this was your new moon message, you guys, and I hope this helped. Remember, if you enjoyed it, you can give it a like, you can comment, whatever you need to do. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.